since Kelly Lynch has come in. She's delivered, but Crenshaw powers it to left field, and it's gone. Got her swinging. Ball game over. Save number 6 on the season for Taylor Pennell. Tied for the most in the nation. And Missouri has taken each of the first 2 from number 3 LSU.
They've been from Manhattan to Knoxville, Orlando to Nashville, Dallas to St. Louis, Kansas City to Fayetteville, and the place your Tigers call home, Columbia, Missouri. This is Earning Our Stripes with Brock Gordon and Benjamin Duncan.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Earning Our Stripes. I am Brock Gordon.
And I am Benjamin Duncan.
And Ben totally didn't fall asleep when we were supposed to record this about 2 hours, 3 hours earlier, something like that.
We usually record this about 2 hours ago,
7:30.
but
Here we are at 9:30. Ben fell
I
asleep.
had to do stuff after work, and then whenever I got here, I was just tired.
How you doing this week, Ben?
We doing all right. We doing all right.
Well, you know who else is doing all right?
Mizzou sports.
Mizzou fans who love college football video games. Because as of today, a leak came out from one.
Thank you, Missouri Sunshine Act or law, whatever it's called.
Thank you, Sunshine Laws. As we have leaked photos of the glorious Memorial Stadium in Faurot Field. Ben, your thoughts on these? At least the model
Not.
University of Missouri.
We're in the alpha stages, so we still have plenty of time until it's in peak form. It looks good, but it's still in the works. It looks kind of crunchy right now. Yes, it's still in the stage of being completed and everything. So it'll get there. It looks, for the time being, it looks all right. Just a little crunchy, but I would assume everything in the video game looks a little bit that way right now, anyways, too.
Yes, I would assume so as well. It was funny to watch all the South Hall people on Twitter freak out about seeing South Hall in the video game.
South Hall?
Yep. Because in one of the photos, it shows South Hall.
South Hall. I'm drawing a blank on that one.
Yep. It's Block M, end zone. You'll see, and it'll click for you. So, trust me, it's yeah.
Oh, like the dorm building?
Yes, the dorm building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I watched that Little John sketch on the Chappelle Show again. I need help or something. I don't know. But the good news doesn't stop there. There's just a lot of good news right now for Mizzou sports, isn't there, Ben?
Yes.
Well, except for Mizzou baseball, which it just went final. Mizzou lost to Illinois 11-3 in St. Louis.
Oh.
So that's not so good. But Mizzou baseball they're in the rebuilding stages right now. We're not too worried about
tanking.
If there was tanking in college sports, yes, they are tanking, I guess, technically, sir. I guess. If that's what you want to call it. Anyway.
Why not?
You know who isn't tanking, though, Ben?
Mizzou softball.
Mm-hmm. would you like to get into the softball team being probably there's no probably. They are absolutely cracked this year. Still number 13.
So you think we have Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So do you think we have a chance in a 3-game series against Oklahoma? Their one loss this season was to the Raging Cajuns, my guy.
Yes. Again, how many losses?
Just one? What do they have, like 7 now or something?
Mizzou softball has 7, yes.
Yeah, that's not that far off.
6 games. Which last I checked, is 6 is bigger than 7. Last I
Well, yeah.
checked. But my math's not the best, so. But let's get into what happened in the past week since we last covered Mizzou softball. They won the series against LSU 2-1, including a 10-9 victory, a 3-2 victory, and then losing 4-3 on the final game. Of course, it was the mini helmet and Andy's ice cream giveaway game that they lost.
But in that 3-2 win, they had the largest home crowd ever for Mizzou softball at 3,370 people.
And then today, as a recording, they picked up wins over Fordham and Hofstra, winning 20-0 over Fordham in 5 innings and winning 2-1 over Hofstra in 9. So I don't know what standard innings is for softball.
Isn't it like 7?
It could be. I don't know. Yeah.
I think it might be 7, but I'm not sure. If the run rule for Fordham, then it would probably be 5, right?
Yeah. Also, Mizzou women's team beat Kansas. I don't think we talked about that last week because we didn't have a chance. But they went to Lawrence. They beat Kansas 3-2. Just great stuff. They have a weird schedule coming up. They head to Fairfax, Virginia on Thursday, where they will take on George Mason. By the way, that is also opening day for the Royals.
Mm-hmm.
They then head to Villanova, Pennsylvania, to take on Villanova on the 30th. And
Villanova's in Pennsylvania?
Yes, it is. And then April 3rd, they have back-to-back games against SEMO, which both games are at home and Military Appreciation Night. Before they head down to Fayetteville to resume some conference play as it will begin to pick up for them from there. We do have a positive to talk about with Mizzou baseball, though.
Okay.
An honest-to-God positive. They won a conference game.
Okay.
They defeated Kentucky this past week. They ended up losing the series 2-1, but it's a victory over a top 25 team. Will take it after being swept by Arkansas in their first games. They, of course, as we mentioned earlier, just fell to Illinois, and they lost to Kansas last week at Kauffman Stadium. Not a great streak right now for the boys. They've dropped 2 straight. Currently sitting at 10-15 this year. Probably could have been a good sign that they weren't going to be that great this year when they lost the opening game to Cal Poly.
Mm-hmm.
So, thoughts there, Mr.
Duncan? Isn't this the first year of the new baseball coach, right?
Yes, it is.
I mean,
part of me is part of me is like, whatever.
Yeah.
But it only gets worse for Mizzou as this week, Ben. Any guesses which ranked college baseball team Mizzou plays from the SEC?
From the SEC, Florida.
No, it is not Florida. It is
LSU.
It is Vanderbilt.
Oh.
In Nashville.
Ah.
And we cover college baseball over on Big Time Talkers a lot. You'll hear our thoughts on the college baseball rankings over there after they get done with uh, Vanderbilt. They have a 2-game stand against UT Martin at home on Tuesday and Wednesday before they're at home again for a 3-game series against ranked Florida. Before they have a one-off game against Southern Illinois Edwardsville or Southern Indiana Edwardsville, and then a 3-game homestand at what will probably be ranked Georgia. If you
I'm still surprised they're not ranked yet.
We've had this discussion over at BTT.
Yeah,
it's pure insanity.
Charlie Condon is gonna be the reason that they get pushed into the rankings.
Would you like to explain for the normies that don't listen to BTT why you bring up Charlie Condon?
Because he leads all of Division I NCAA in the home run category.
17 this year so far.
They do a college home run derby?
No, but they should. I think
Okay.
they should. They should do that in Omaha.
Yeah.
They should do that. They should keep all the teams that make it that have been eliminated there, and then they have like an all-star game or something. Kind of like the Pro Bowl for the NFL. The 2 teams that aren't in the championship, the 2 teams that are in the championship don't have to play or anything. They get to rest.
Yeah.
They get to rest, equal footing, yada yada. Meanwhile, all the others they get to play one more time for college baseball for some of those seniors and such. Oh, make it like a senior game or something. I don't know. Because I mean, we're in Omaha every year now for the College World Series. I think that would be super fun to go watch. I don't know about you, but that's just me. More miscellaneous news, Mr. Duncan. We have back to softball. Mizzou. Oh god, I gotta get her name right. Hang on, give me a second here.
Marissa McCann has earned SEC Freshman of the Week for softball.
Yeah, thank you. I was not going to
Yes.
get that right. Anyway. So yeah, good. That's great for the sign of, the future of softball.
Softball balling out.
Well, of course, they always are going to be balling out, but So. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Go Tigers.
Yes.
To steal a phrase from our friends from Baton Rouge, which we have quite a few friends from Baton Rouge. So good news also in women's sports, as the women's gymnastics team are the 13th seed for the Gainesville Regionals this week. Ooh, important. Big important. Also, Mizzou Gymnastics also set a record for the highest team score in a conference championship with 197.275. I'm be honest. I don't know how scoring works in gymnastics. If you can't tell, I obviously was never a gymnast, so
I think for the scores, it's just everyone's point total added together.
Yeah, I meant the point total for individuals and all that. I don't get how that works. Anyway,
is it out of 10? I don't know.
I think
gymnastics scoring is really crazy.
Yeah. You know what else is crazy? Mizzou and Kentucky have the same amount of tournament wins over the past 5 years in the NCAA March Madness tournament.
And I went into the comments on this one, and I much more enjoy that Mizzou has more NCAA tournament wins in the past 4 years than Kentucky.
Also, the March Madness came around, so of course we had to get the yearly kick in the balls of Mizzou is tied for second most amount of tournament appearances without making a Final Four. Thank you, CBS, for making me sad again.
Oh.
One day they will make it to the Final Four. Maybe. I don't. We're a football school. We are a football school. Speaking of football, the 2025 opponents for Mizzou football have been announced. Ben, here are.
And with that,
Hang on, have you looked at it?
yes, I have. And
damn it!
For those of you at home, well, I'd seen it last week, but for those of you at home,
this came out like the day the podcast came out.
Yeah, but the Mizzou 2025 SEC opponents are all 8 of them are the exact same as their SEC opponents for the 2024 season. It's just the home and away games have been flopped now.
Whack. I don't want to play Bama again.
And so we get to have Alabama at Faroe for the first time since like 2012.
No, we played them in 2020 at Faroe. I looked it up because I was confused. After last year, I'm like, when was the last time we played Alabama? I'm like, when the fuck did we play them in 2020? What? And yeah, we played them in 2020.
Hold on.
It's one of those we don't talk about.
What?
Yeah. It was one of those we don't
That
talk
was a
about
game. That was okay. That was what had to. Yeah, that was the COVID year game.
Yeah.
So I must have not been at that game at all.
Say that was the we don't talk about this year. So, but that means.
Oh yeah, because I've done the calculations for this because we haven't beaten Alabama in football since 1975. Hey, we did beat them in the Gator Bowl in '68, though.
Hey, yeah, I think that was Bear Bryant, maybe. Which means Mississippi State, South Carolina, Texas A&M, and Alabama, of course, come to Faroe, and the road opponents are the ones I'm the most excited for, Ben.
Oh, really?
Vanderbilt, Auburn, Arkansas, and Oklahoma.
Oh, that was Bear Bryant's 11th year.
And Oklahoma. Are we going to Gaylord Stadium in 2 years?
Oh man, dude, I'm interested in seeing if Vanderbilt's going to have a standing scoreboard or not.
See, that's the other one. I kind of want to go to that Vanderbilt game just for an excuse to be in Nashville. Just like I'm hoping it's like somewhere around the same time that the Preds are at home. Like it's a Preds home game around that same time too. So like me and you get to go watch a Predators game together and shit. Like, come on, be awesome.
Hey, we could get Tommy to go if it's a Preds game, right?
What if they also announce that the Saints are playing the Titans that week in Nashville too?
Oh God.
There's your excuse right there. Tommy's like, yeah, I'll go watch the Saints. No, he wouldn't. Saints willingly. But yeah. So that's some pretty good. Oh, excuse me. News there from Mizzou, which means the 2025 schedule is fully fleshed out. As I pull this up here, Ben, without looking, take a guess who Mizzou is playing in 2025 for the
non-cons. Illinois.
No. So I already have it pulled up. You're not going to guess it. These are in order.
Oh, isn't one of them like a...
Oh my God, I forgot that. Sir, what is most likely the first game of the year for the Mizzou Tigers in 2025? They open the season at home against Kansas.
Game 1?
September 6th.
Dog, what?
That next week they travel to Oxford, Ohio, to take on Miami. And then there's a gap before they're
At the Miami, Ohio Redhawks.
Yes. Are we going to Miami, Ohio in a few years?
Dude, I'm just trying to think how expensive those Game 1 tickets are going to be.
Dude.
Game 1 of the year?
Dude, they've got to move it, right? They've got to move that game.
Yeah.
That's got to be
Make that game homecoming.
No, I'm telling you right now, homecoming.
Make that one like middle of the season or like homecoming or something.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, homecoming's probably going to be against A&M. Looking at the okay, no. What is the earliest you think they would do homecoming in 2025? Because they play UMass October 18th. Because there's a few games we can go ahead and chalk up. We know when they're going to be played. We know when they're playing Arkansas.
Yeah.
Last week of the year, every year. Should be on Black Friday. Always, but whatever. Should be. Like, we can go ahead and chalk that one up. We know when that one's being played. We know that one already. It's just, if Kansas, they have, by the way, Mizzou has no FCS opponents scheduled for 2025. They have 0 FCS opponents. Non-con Kansas, Miami, Louisiana Raging Cajuns, and UMass. That's the non-con.
Oh, okay. I was a year off on when we start playing Illinois.
Yep, that's that next year. By the way, the Preds have still not lost a game since they decided to cancel their trip to go see U2 in the Sphere. I have to check, but I think that now means
Okay, Brock. So just for schedule comparison, in the 2024 season, Mizzou is having homecoming against Auburn on October 19th.
So it is probably going to be against UMass.
I mean that homecoming game might kind of be lopsided, but I mean, oh no, we just have to kind of see the dates of the. Yeah, we just have to see the dates for the home SEC games too.
So I'm not.
So I could see them doing it against Mississippi State or something.
I really think if they're doing homecoming, it's going to be against South Carolina or A&M.
They could.
Like I'm gonna be honest with you, mother. Holy shit! Hang on, 1, 2. I gotta find when the last time the Preds lost in regulation was. This is insanity. The Preds have not lost in regulation since February 15th. Anyway, that's not Mizzou related, but that's just an insane one.
Should I go down the list now, Brock?
Yeah, go ahead.
Team Black won the Mizzou football spring game.
We already talked about that last week.
Whatever. We have Friday was quite the big day in Mizzou athletics.
Oh, yes,
with Missouri wrestling at the NCAA championships. Mizzou football's pro day. Mizzou tennis was against South Carolina. Mizzou softball was against LSU, and Mizzou baseball was against Kentucky, all on the same day.
By the way, breaking news: the state of Georgia has qualified for the European Championships.
Nice.
So, let's go! U.S. State has done it. Yeah, baby.
In his first PGA Tour victory since 2015, Peter Malnati spent 4 seasons with the Tigers from 2005 to 2009 and was a 2-time academic All-American in men's golf.
MIZ.
ZOU. I liked how he had the bucket hat thing on. Then, Mizzou Gymnastics are the number 13 seed in the NCAA Gymnastics Championship bracket, and they will be heading to Gainesville for the NCAA Regional next week. Former Missouri basketball coach Cuonzo Martin and Missouri State are working towards a deal to make him the school's next head coach. Darius Robinson won the Arthur Ashe Sports Scholar Award for Male Sports Scholar of the Year. Jack London is now champion after winning the Hootie at Bulls Bay, winning the title after a 3-hole playoff in men's golf. And I think we've probably covered everything else.
By the way,
Brock, how did Mizzou wrestling do at the championship?
No comment. Penn State won the national championship for like the 13th time out of the last 16 years. This is their world. We're all just living in it. By the way, the Predators are 16-0-2. Since they decided to not go see U2 in the Sphere. I want Eli Drinkwitz to go take the team to Vegas and not take them to go see U2 in the Sphere now. I don't care what it takes. If this is the run that the Predators of all teams are on, by the way, they are threatening the rest of the Western Conference. This is like a VTT thing, but I'm talking about it here. Because this is insane. What the hell? What is happening? They have like started smoking crack or something in Nashville. Anyway, continue, my bad.
I mean, stuff goes on in Nashville, man.
Drinking mainly. Maybe some coke off some toilet seats, but pinch of snuff as well. But
yeah.
Not that I would know that or anything.
Yeah, Brock, I don't know. Nashville hasn't been the best to Mizzou lately, so...
What are you talking about? Mizzou beat Vanderbilt in Nashville. In football.
Well, there was the basketball tournament.
Yeah, who cares? That's basketball. What
there was...
okay, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
Yeah,
That's a
Brock.
terrible joke to make, sir. Terrible joke.
But yeah, I don't have anything else unless you got anything else.
Nothing in the mailbag? I guess nothing really has gone up except the podcasts.
No.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I will be getting those other videos that I mentioned last week up eventually sometime this week. On the channel, I hope. What else? As Brock mentioned, opening day is this Thursday for the Royals.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go to the comment that we talked about on BTT here. It's still Missouri related, right?
Yeah. It is. We got snow today in Missouri.
Yes, we did. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we had. It was cold today.
Yeah.
And it's freezing overnight.
Hey, do you remember when we had snow in like June a few years ago?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I mean, shoot, what is this? This is the first snow that we've had since like early January. I feel like
2 whole months
today.
No, we had it in mid-January too. It just didn't stick.
Okay. Yeah.
We haven't had, Anyway, yeah. So the one comment I have for them. This is in reference to a video that I put out over on the B Card YouTube channel. Shameless plug. You should go watch it. On Brock's Hot Corner, number 1. Many in reference to a nickname that the Royals have in MLB The Show 24. Which, by the way, since this is Mizzou related, the Cardinals, yeah, they're the Cards. That's the correct nickname for them. Ashley coughing in the background.
Yes.
This is from Tobin Davis. Many people reference the Royals as the Crowns due to the crown on top of the logo. It's not the first choice, but it is sure one of the nicknames. We talked about it on BTT. Some of the other nicknames that get used for the Royals. The Boys in Blue, the Blue Crew, Los Reales,
etc., etc.
Yes. I have never once heard the Royals referred to as the Crowns. I've heard them referred to as Brett's Boys, but never the Crowns. Anyway. Oh, Blue World Order. That was the other one that we said. Shout out. Blue World Order. Great nickname. God, imagine if the Royals get that dominant again. That'd be insane. Alright, anyway. If that's all that you have, Ben, where can you be found on Twitter?
Mm-hmm. I can be found at EliteTigerSport. The E, the T, and the S are capitalized.
I can be found on Twitter at BrockGordon99. The B and the G are capitalized. And until next week, or whenever Ben uploads one of his vlogs, or anything else that he has coming out, his secret projects that he doesn't want to tell anyone about. Which I'm hoping it's like interviews of like Mizzou basketball players or something.
Shoot, I wish.
Like, I interviewed Dennis Gates. Here's what he said. He said, fuck. In reference to the season this year. We asked him what his thoughts were on
that would have been good.
Cuonzo Martin. He said, who? We asked what his thoughts were on Kim Anderson. He went, why are you, who are you? Where's security? Why are you talking to me? How did you get here? Somebody remove this pasty white.
I mean, I was probably like, yeah, I was an arm's length away from being able to tap Coach Gates on the shoulder at one point whenever I was in Nashville, but
you should have just started asking him questions.
Coach Gates, please, are we gonna do good next year?
Coach Gates, are you an ass man or a tit man?
Left hand for one, right for the other.
Left hand for ass, right hand for tits. Yeah! Coach Gates, what are your thoughts on Sydney Sweeney?
God, mid, in my opinion, but moving on.
Okay, anyway. Slowly as surely as we move into what we're just preparing for in the softball.
We're just in a football off season right now.
God, me and you are just sitting here waiting for Omaha at this point. Like, we are waiting for mid-June right now, which we're down to like 2 months left till we hit mid-June. So, which it can't come soon enough. So, anyway, slowly as surely as we continue to lose our minds without proper football or anything else, I've been proper.
And I've been Benjamin Duncan.
And we've been earning our stripes. Have a wonderful rest of your week, folks. And as always,
M-I-C!
C-O-U!
This Earning Our Stripes podcast has been brought to you by Elite Tiger Sports and B-Card Entertainment.